Where do we begin with this one? What I've discovered is that NuBreed Global Truth, he don't love his mother, even though she passed away. He don't love his mother. When you lose a mother, right, you go through a state of grief where you're mourning the loss. NuBreed is on live right now doing a video titled, "The World is Entering a Strange Phase." Why would he be online if his mother just died yesterday? Why would a man be on social media doing content if his mother just died yesterday? You got to think about that, guys. Wouldn't you be grieving the loss? Wouldn't you have so much on your mind you can't even think about doing no YouTube videos? When my mom passed away, I wasn't on YouTube probably for like 3 weeks to a month. I wasn't even on YouTube. This man didn't make a tribute video for his mother. You would think as a YouTuber that he would make a tribute showing family photos, kid photos, photos of his mom, talking about the greatness of his mom. He ain't do anything. Instead, he's doing regular content as if though it's just another day at the office. Like, wow. That's to me, that's beyond cold, because it's like you just lost your mother. You should be grieving. You should be taking time off. And for whatever reason, it's not important. He don't love his mother. A normal human being that just lost their mother yesterday wouldn't even be going to work the next day. You can't even show up to work because you're thinking about the loss. You're thinking about, hey, this is my mom that I just lost, fam. Hey, your supervisor, I can't come in, dog. I can't. All right, cool. We'll take care of it. Just take as much time as you need, get yourself together. For some reason, NuBreed is not showing any signs of love, empathy, or compassion for his own mother. So it's no wonder why he disrespected my mother. He never loved his own. Imagine this, guys. His mother died yesterday. Yesterday. He made a community post letting the world know that his mother died yesterday. Today, the man is on a live stream talking about frivolous matters. Who does that? Would you do that if your mom just died? I just want to know, how many of you that lost a parent, as soon as you lost them, the next day you was at work trying to get a check, trying to make some money? Your mom just died, but that's not important. I got to make my money. And that's what he's doing right now. And it's just sad to see, man. And it's like I'm the only one in the world, man. I'm the only one in the world who could see through the nonsense. It's like all the viewers are NPCs. Nobody have brain cells. Nobody ain't thinking for themselves. People just brainless, man. Nobody is thinking about what's going on. Why the viewers aren't questioning him, saying, dog, Why are you on social media doing videos when you should be mourning the loss of your mother? Shouldn't you take like a week off or 2 weeks and just kind of grieve? How could you have the strength to be talking about topics if your mom just died? The only way you could do that is if you didn't love your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Is if you never loved her because you don't feel nothing. So you're able to just go back to work. You're able to just do YouTube videos because you never loved her. How many of you at the sound of my voice lost a father, lost a mother? Did you go to your job the next day and report to work? And if you did you stay? Because I tried to do that. It didn't work. When my mom passed away, I didn't know what to do. And being that my job is like my second home, I knew a lot of people there. I felt that maybe I could go there and get some moral support and just kind of be around people that would understand. And when I went there, I couldn't even do my job. I couldn't even do anything. I was just sitting around, my coworkers not knowing what's going on. Um, I told a few of them, and they understood why I felt the way I felt. And then my supervisor, he was notified. He came through and pretty much was talking with me. And he was like, "Yo, fam, you should just go home, man. Just clock out. It don't make no sense you stay here. You over here grieving. You thinking about your mom. You're thinking about, you know, what you got to do and all this other stuff. It's not. You don't want to be dealing with the stress of the job. So when I look at this situation with this YouTuber that basically disrespected my mom, because those of you that don't know, NuBreed, he had disrespected my dead mother, disrespected her to the worst degree. And that's why, me personally, I don't have no concern for his loss. I really don't care. I don't. Because he had no empathy, no sympathy at all for my mother. At the same time, I'm still doing this content because I'm trying to figure out, how does a man lose a mother just yesterday and has the strength to be making content focusing on money if he just lost his mother? It's because he don't love her. The heart is cold, so you can't grieve because you don't have no love. When a person don't have love for someone, it's easy for them to get up and go to work. It's easy for them to um, just ignore what happened and just get back to making videos. This man is on live talking about a topic that have zero to do with his mom. It has it's just focused on worldly matters, and I'm like, man, and he's just talking with a face like a narcissist, like his expressions is cold and callous, like he's not even thinking about his mom. He's more thinking about doing the content to please the viewers to earn some money. It's real sick, man. And nobody can't see through it to say, well, dog, your mom just died yesterday. Why are you even on YouTube? Like, why are you even making videos? Shouldn't you be planning funerals? Shouldn't you be, you know, doing something to get your mind right? You shouldn't be online making content, trying to maximize growth, trying to earn subscribers. He's more concerned right now, guys, about gaining subscribers and his mother just died yesterday. Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen a YouTuber that their mother died and they're on YouTube the next day doing live streams in order to gain subscribers and money? I never seen nothing like that before, man. That is absolutely diabolical. A man would be grieving. When my mom passed, bro, I was shedding tears like crazy, man. They couldn't stop. The tears could not stop flowing. The tears could not stop flowing, man. It could not stop. And then to add insult to injury, on our way back home, we caught a flat on the car. You know, it was just a real mess, man. A real mess. It has nothing to do with being strong. There's no such thing as being strong when you lose a parent. Have you lost your parents? Have you lost your parents? I'm asking you a question. Answer the question. Have you lost your parents? Have you lost your mom? And if you did you go to work the next day to work? Have nothing to do with being strong. When you lose someone, you're supposed to grieve. If you're more concerned with making money and your mother just died, you don't love your mother. You sound stupid to say you working. What are you talking about you working? You got to be very careful what you saying. What do you mean you working? I didn't just lose my mother. So what are you talking about? Be very careful what you post. You working tonight. What are you talking about working? What are you talking about? My mother died before the pandemic. Do you know when that was? You know what year that was before the pandemic? We're in 2026. You're talking about you working tonight. I'm talking about a YouTuber that his mother just died yesterday. And he's online right now, live streaming, focusing on gaining subscribers, and you're more concerned with me working tonight? I'm telling you, man. I don't know what's the matter with these folks, bro. It's like folks are listening to it's like people are not even listening to the show, bro. They say some of the weirdest stuff and have no context to the things they say, bro. Like we're literally streaming and they just walk in and they just say things with no context. Like they don't know how to speak English. They don't know how to communicate to make people understand them when they're actually talking. They just say things, and right when I'm speaking on something, it just comes off crazy. What person goes to work the next day after their mother just died? If your mom died, you're supposed to be grieving, not on YouTube trying to get super chats, trying to make money, worrying about subscribers, worrying about clicks and views, and telling people to hit the damn like button. That's what that man is doing. He's telling people hit the like button. Your mother just died yesterday. You're not mourning? And keep in mind, this is the same guy that disrespected my mother who died of cancer. My mother died of cancer. That man literally disrespected my mother. I made 2 videos addressing that situation because I want the YouTube community to know the truth that nobody should be giving that man no condolences. None. None. Because he don't love his mother. He don't. It's a facade that he want to put on in order to build his platform. Guys, when I tell you, some people sell their souls, man, and they will literally exploit their own mother's death to gain support. Real diabolical and sick. He did that in order to maximize growth so people could feel sorry for him. Because again, I want to know from you folks that are real human beings. When I'm doing this live stream here, guys, I am I am serious, man. If you lost a parent, primarily a mother, you going to work the next day focusing on making money, or you going to take like a week or two off work? Because I was sitting on YouTube for like almost 3 weeks to a month. When my mom passed away, I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't making no videos. People thought I left. You know, my mom passed, guys, 2019. 2019, September 10th. She passed away. And when that happened, it messed up my whole life. I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't making no videos. Um, I didn't even make no community posts telling people that my mom passed away. I kept everything private, like it's supposed to be, so I can mourn, so I can get myself together. Because when you lose a mom, bro, it's like it don't feel real, man. It feel like you're alone in the world now. Like, damn, my mom is dead, bro. You could be a grown man in your 30s, 40s, 50s. When your mom died, it's like you become that boy again. And you really start to reminisce. And I'm trying to figure out how is it that this dude, his mom just died yesterday, and he's showing no emotion. None. Because he never loved her. And remember when I told you in my videos that I did about him, he talked about he never really had a good relationship with his mother. And he talked about how he never forgave his mother for years and years and years. And if you've been watching my videos, I always told you guys, make sure you fix your relationships with your moms and your pops. I don't care if y'all beefing. I don't care if y'all had some bad upbringing. Don't hold on to issues with your mom and your dad, because if they close their eyes, you're going to regret that you never resolved those issues. But he made a community post talking about how much he loved his mom and his dad. He don't love his mom, bro. There's no way. You ain't even offer up a tribute for your mom, bro. You ain't even offer up nothing. Being fake on social media. Your mom died yesterday. You online right now doing live shows talking about hit the like button and worrying about money. And your mom is in a box. You ain't even talking about your mom. You ain't even showing no love to your own mom. You're more concerned about how the likes are looking. And your mom is dead. That's some cold-hearted mess, bro. That is cold-hearted right there. You know? Absolutely sick, bro. Because it's like, for that man to disrespect my mom, he disrespected my mom, he disrespected my father, but mainly he disrespected my mom. And what's so sad is his father died of drugs. And he know that his father died of drugs, but yet he still disrespected my mom. Drugs took out NuBreed's father. He tried to make the public believe that his mother never touched drugs, but she did. He just don't want to say it. He don't want to admit that his mother dabbled with drugs too. You know? He don't want nobody to know the truth because he's ashamed. But the truth is, there's a lot of people that their parents struggled with drugs. You know? I'm not ashamed to tell nobody nothing because I'm a content creator. I don't got no time to be fake with the viewers because I know that you're human and you got your own issues. But my mom, when I was 6 years old, between 5 all the way up to about 13, she struggled with crack cocaine. I grew up during the crack epidemic. I was born in 77. And during the crack epidemic, it was a time where it was really, really rough, man. Everybody was on drugs. It was like everybody on the block, all my friends, all their mothers, fathers, everybody, somebody in the house was on drugs. And that's just how it was. So really, nobody could tease nobody. Nobody could say, oh, your mother's this and your mother's that. And if somebody did tease your mama, you know, they got their face broke. They got a beat down. But those days when she struggled, it was rough. We ain't have no food in the house. Um, she was selling stuff in the house, selling the Nintendo, selling the toaster, the TV, and what was crazy about this is that even though we were poor, even though we struggled, um, the people she sold the stuff to, they returned it back because they knew what she was doing. You know, they knew what she was doing. She was selling stuff to buy drugs, and they returned the stuff back to the apartment. And I was happy about that. They was like, "Yo, your mom's, you know what I'm saying? She sold, selling your stuff." I knew who that was right away, and they felt bad. We had BCW calls, social services, everything called, man. Weeks where she gone for a week. We don't even know where she at, you know? And even though we didn't know where she at, we still got up in the morning to go to school. And good thing back then, you had school lunch, you had lunch for school. So that was the only food we ate. So I looked forward to breakfast in the morning at school because we didn't get it at home. You see what I'm saying? Some of you probably was raised in a perfectly nice home where it's filled with food. Well, it wasn't like that for me. When it was nighttime, there was no dinner. The only time we saw lunch and breakfast was at school because she had her drug problem. Now, that doesn't mean she was a bad mom. She was one of the best mothers ever. When she was on drugs, she was a different person. When she was off drugs, she was responsible, taking care of the bills, taking care of the food, doing what she got to do. And she took care of all the kids in the community, fed everybody, fed the homeless. But when she got hooked on drugs, it messed her up. They kind of remind me of DMX story. DMX, a lot of people look at DMX when he talk, I think that he's weird. No, he was betrayed by someone that he thought was a friend, and they laced his I think they said they laced his cigarette or they laced his joint with some drugs, and that is how he got hooked on crack and all that other stuff. You know, it wasn't his fault. He didn't want to be hooked on drugs, man. And think about it. Even though DMX was hooked on drugs, he was very intelligent, very smart, very, very smart. You know, Tupac talked about his mama. She was on drugs, but he still represent her as a black queen. You see what I mean? Because a man is supposed to honor and respect his mother at all times. And my mother was able to overcome drugs when I was around 13. She got free. She got free. She overcame, man. She beat it. She defeated the devil. And she got into the church, got her life right with God. Um, really, really cleaned herself up, got totally rehabilitated. And it's like it looked like years was removed from her. She looked younger once she got off drugs. Looked like about 10 years younger, you know? And it's just one of them things, man, where once she got free, I understood never to mock somebody that's on drugs. I've learned that I need to be a little more sensitive to people that are strung out on any sort of drug. I don't care what drug a person is on. I don't condemn people that are on drugs. I don't. Some of y'all out there, y'all be calling people crackheads, winos, this, that. Y'all need to stop doing that, man. Those people didn't want to be on drugs. They did not want to be on drugs, man. They got strung out, they got hooked, and after that, the devil took over. The devil took over and their lives were gone. I know women from back in the days, baddies, women that if you were to see them back in the day, these were tens, perfect tens. These women were beautiful and they got hooked on drugs and it messed their life up, messed their life completely up. It's not a game. Even somebody that, is an alcoholic or whatever the case is and they always down and out, they didn't want to be there. It's substance abuse, man. You know? So to see how NuBreed disrespected my mom, he came on YouTube, y'all, during a live stream. You see like how he's on live. He had about 1,000 people watching him. And the man proceeded to tell everybody that my mother was selling her body for crack. He was doing this in front of his audience. He was like, yeah, your dead ass mother can't save you right now. Because he was upset with me. We had a back and forth, a fallout, an issue, you know. And in order to get back at me, because he couldn't really speak to me straight. So he decided to go after my family. That's what he decided to do. And he made a live stream telling the world that my mom was selling her body for crack and how I'm a crack baby and my father is this. I don't know who my father is. In other words, like I'm just some sort of one night stand and all this other junk. And I know exactly who my father is. Right. And when he made these videos, man, it was very disgusting. If you've seen the video, the two videos that I published today, I went into some details of the things that he actually did. If you want to see the video clips of what NuBreed had to say in regards to my mom, go to the video section where I upload videos and basically look at the video that I publish, click on the first comment that is pinned, and it will direct you to the links to those videos. But this is what he did, guys. This is what he did. So I'm trying to look at the situation. If he just lost his mother yesterday, how come he's not displaying no sort of compassion, no sort of love, concern for his own mother's death? It's kind of cold, man. It's kind of heartless when you think about it. Ever since my mom died, and I've always been respectful of all women. At the same time, being that my mother died, when I look at other women that are in her that are was in her age bracket or any older woman, I see them as like I can see my mother in them. You know, I seen this woman the other day that looked like my mother, and it just messed me up because I'm like, yo, look at that, man. She looked like my mom, yo. That's crazy, man. And it's like I wanted to go over there and say hello, but I know that's not my mom. So why don't see him demonstrating any sort of emotion for the loss of his own mother? Because he never loved her. When you love your mother, man, you cry, you shed tears, um, you get angry if somebody try to disrespect them. Anybody that ever lost a mother, you know what I'm talking about. My father's alive, so I don't know what it means to lose a father. But those of you that lost a father, you would know. Some of you may have lost your mother and your father already. You see? But losing a mother is tough, man. and I don't see him displaying any sort of love. How could you go live and talk about a random topic with strangers and your mother just died yesterday? Because see, the situation that happened with my mom is this. My mom died of cancer, right? When they caught the cancer, it was already too late. She went through the whole chemotherapy, lost all her hair, and it really messed her up. This is one of the reasons why I'm with my wife today, because we met as teenagers, right? And we had our ups and downs and all the ins and outs and all that other stuff. But my wife, who was my girlfriend back then, she took care of my mom, man. She took care of my mom, and she was at the hospital with my mom every day, every single day. That's what she did. She was at the hospital every day. She would clean my mom up in the hospital. And that really resonated with me because I'm like, wow, this woman was at the hospital with my mom, took care of my mom, showed love. If she did that for my mom, she'll do that for me. So I knew, and my mom always told me that treat her right. Treat her right. I'm your mother. I'm telling you the truth. Treat her right because she take care of your mother. So she's good. Don't treat her bad because a mother typically knows. And those traits is what makes a woman a woman. And see, a lot of men sometimes they miss their blessing because a woman can be very loving and caring towards your mother, and you don't even recognize these traits. You just kind of ignore it, and you end up missing your blessing. You see, but she was there for my mom, always there. So she knows the whole process of what my mom been through. So when NuBreed disrespected my mom, that affected my wife too, because my wife seen my mom as her own mom too. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom accepted my wife when we were teenagers, literally. Like it was just a lot of drama going on when we were teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I'm 48 right now. But when we met, I was 15. I was 15. She was about what, 16, going on 17, somewhere like that. And we met at a Halloween party. You know what NuBreed did? I shared a video on YouTube, and if you go, like I said, to that very same video that I uploaded, and pretty much, if you watch the video, NuBreed took my childhood story of how I met my wife, and basically took the story, twisted it, and perverted it, and was basically saying in the video that my wife, as a teenager, that she was sucking dick in the party, that she was sucking everybody off in the party. He did this on YouTube. He took the video, twisted the story, and perverted the whole story, guys. Sexualized the story about two teenagers that met at a Halloween party. And instead of he keeping it respectful, he decided to bash and degrade a black woman by alleging that at the party where we met, that she was sucking off all the men at the party. That's what NuBreed did. And his viewers are all NPCs. 99% of NuBreed's viewers are NPCs. These people do not think for themselves. They're robots. They're not human beings. They have no brain cells. They just do whatever their master says. So not only did he disrespect my wife, he disrespected my kids. That's right. The man disrespected my elder daughter, my youngest daughters. He disrespected all of them, guys. Like very, very horrible things this man said. And the thing is, he did this on his smaller YouTube platform, not on his big platform where everybody could see him. And it was like he was living a double life. On One channel, he acts as if though he's this chosen one, this God-fearing man that believe in the Bible. But on the other channel, you see him drinking bottles of wine, alcohol, getting drunk, and crashing out and cussing and acting crazy. You would believe it's the devil himself. And he did this every day during the fallout process. And I can recall when he first disrespected my mom, I was like, dog, I get it. You got issues with me. Just talk about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. You can talk about me. I don't have a problem when you talk about me. You can cuss me out, say what you want. But when you start talking about people, moms, and their moms is dead, that's a new type of evil. That's a new type of evil, man. It's a coward thing to do. It's a real cold, callous thing to do, to disrespect somebody's dead mother, you know? And now he lost his mom. And the thing is, I never disrespected that man's mother, guys. Never did. I ain't celebrate his mother's death. I didn't do none of that. I'm just sharing my truth because I want the viewers to know what he did, you know? I want the viewers to know the pain he inflicted on me. So when you hear him talking about whatever grief he's going through, that man is not going through no grief. He's not. Why? Because he's doing live streams, guys. This man is busy live streaming. This man don't care about his mom. He's live streaming. He don't care about his mom. He care about YouTube checks. Look, right now, look what he's doing, guys. Look. Let me do this. Watch this. Let me show you what he's doing. He's telling people to hit his Cash App. He's on live telling people to hit his Cash App, guys. Let me see if I could do this. Give me a minute. Let me see. There's certain arrangements that gotta be made. I gotta do some traveling, and y'all know how them gas prices are. Goodness gracious, y'all know how they are. But thank y'all for being here for me. Hopefully this broadcast helped you out in your walk and your journey and you got something from it. And this man is worried about Cash Apps, guys. The man got a big old Cash App barcode on the screen. Rather than the man grieve, take some time off, he's trying to get money from the people. That's sick, man. And he's going to end up starting a GoFundMe soon. I'm just letting you guys know, do not send any money to no GoFundMe. Don't do it. Do not send any GoFundMe money, guys. Do not do that. You know? Because that's how they do you, man. They bring you in, you get all emotionally attached, and then before you know it, you're sending all your money. You don't want to do that, man. Give me a minute. Let some air in real fast. Give me a minute. So it's like, how do you lose a mother and then go live on YouTube the next day, and you're not mourning. You're more concerned with likes and follows and how many new subscribers you gain. That's crazy, man. See, the way the story went with my mom, guys, is this. We already knew that she was going to pass away. When you have any loved ones that have cancer, the hospital normally let you know there's nothing more they can do, and they tell you do not call the hospital. Don't look for the hospital because they can't do nothing more for the patient. So they sent her home and gave her a certain amount of time to live. And we were prepping to go see her to, bring the kids and do this and that and all that other stuff. So when we had called up, she sounded very healthy, very upbeat. And she was like, bring some food, make some potato salad and stuff. So we was looking forward to getting there. And by the time we got all the food and everything prepared and we got to the house, she was already gone. She was already gone, fam. We had the food in hand. Kids were there. She was gone already. It was the worst day ever. It didn't feel real, but it felt very painful because there was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. All I could do is cry. That's all I could do. And when you cry like that, that means you loved the individual. So to see that this guy lost his mom and he's not showing no emotion, no nothing, he never loved her. He never did. You know? I don't want to hear the excuses. Stop giving this man excuses. You must be one of his followers. Don't give me that everybody grieves different. I don't want to hear that mess. That's a lie. That is one of the biggest lies ever. Everybody grieves different. No. It's either you love someone or you don't. Do you understand? If your baby dies, don't tell me you ain't grieving. Don't tell me as a parent, your baby die and you're sitting there and you ain't shed no tear and you ain't showing no emotion. I don't want to hear that mess. That means you don't give a fuck about your child. Your baby just died and you ain't mourning? You ain't crying? Oh, you must be a very sick person, man. There's no heart, there's no soul in you. You're callous, you're soulless. So anytime you see situations where people don't grieve and we use that excuse about everybody grieve differently, we're giving excuses. What we really have to understand is that when someone is not grieving for someone in whom they claim they love, it's because they don't love that person. I don't want to hear none of that mess about everybody grieve different. I don't want to hear that mess. That's a lie. A big lie. Because you're making excuses for someone who shouldn't even be online. How the heck your mom just died and you busy doing live streams, collecting cash apps? You don't got no time for no damn live streams and cash apps. You supposed to be preparing for a funeral. You supposed to be offline. What he's trying to do is maximize and capitalize off of his viewers' emotions in order to get a quick payday. So he could bail himself out of whatever debt he's in. So if he's behind on his car note, I can get some money out of these viewers, pay for this car. If he's behind on his rent, I can get some money from these viewers, pay my rent. People do it all the time, and they'll use their parents' death in order to get the money. It's sad but true. When my mom died, I didn't even come on YouTube to tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't make no community posts. I didn't make no video. I didn't come online talking about, oh, my mama died. Please, everybody support me. Please, everybody, we need money for the funeral. I never did that. Never. To the viewers that have been rocking with me from day one, did you see me come online asking people for money for any funerals? Did you see me set up a GoFundMe claiming that my mom died and I need all your support because I'm trying to bury her? I wasn't online. I didn't come online. I kept that to myself and I grieved in private. I didn't come on YouTube trying to burden everybody else with sob stories to look for sympathy. I was literally going through it. And I was offline for about 3 weeks. And when I came online, it was kind of weird because it's like I wanted to tell people what happened, but I didn't want nobody to know because I had so many enemies. And it's like on social media, when people find out bad news happened to you, they'd be ready to use it against you. You know? They'd be ready to use it against you. If you're going through something, your enemies will use it against you. See, what happened was karma visited NuBreed. Karma. Because when he disrespect the dead, God don't like that. You know? He don't like that. Because we all gotta die one day. We all gotta die one day. So why would I be mocking the dead knowing that I'm not living forever? Everybody gotta die someday, so mocking the dead is gonna only shorten your own lifespan. Only reason why I'm alive right now is because I'm trying to take care of my kids. That's the only reason why I'm alive right now, fam. I'm telling you straight up and down. I'm 48, and the way I see life right now, fam, a lot of y'all probably just focusing on y'all life, what y'all trying to do, what y'all trying to build and do this. The only reason why I'm alive right now is because I got my kids, bro. I got responsibilities that I got to do, man. That's the only reason why I'm here, man. If they not here, I'm not here. I'm just telling you straight. Because there is nothing in this world right now, man. This world is pure evil, man. Pure evil. And being that I'm here, I understand that they need me. And I have to be responsible to make sure that I can do what I can do to the best of my abilities to make sure that they have a shot at life. At least a better shot than what I have. Because I ain't have nothing growing up. I ain't have shit. I ain't have nobody do nothing for me. I got my first job when I was 12 years old. Ain't nobody do a damn thing for me. You understand? 12 years old, I got my first job. Remember I said my mama got off drugs when I was 13. So when I was 12 years old, I got tired of being hungry. I got tired of just starving out and not having nothing to wear. And I got a job at 12 years old in a barbershop, cutting hair, for real, for real. You know? For real, for real. That is verified facts. Somebody said, there's no way you could work in a barbershop at 12 years old. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. If you was a skilled barber like me at 12, you would be working too. I worked in a Haitian barbershop. Shout out to all the Haitians. The Haitians was the first to give me an opportunity. Shout out to all the Haitians out there. I ain't never forgetting where I came from. It was the Haitian people that gave me a shot in the barbershop. They the ones who gave me a shot in the barbershop. And I would listen to Haitian music all day. And I grew to like the music. I grew to like the culture. I grew to like the people, the language. And then I started having all these Haitian friends. And then I met some other friends in my community that are Haitian. And then their mothers treated me like I was their son. Eventually, I end up losing that job because I was buying Nintendo, Genesis, and all these video games. And I wasn't buying my barber tools. And I had got another job at this barbershop on East 37 and 38th Street on Church Avenue called King Cuts Barbershops. Those of you that might be viewing that lived out there on Church Ave, East 37 between 38th Street, right down the street, you had Foods R Us. You had all the Caribbean restaurants out there. That's where I worked. King Cuts Barbershop. You know? Very, very popular barbershop. Busta Rhymes came there. All of the Tribe Called Quest. Carl Kanai got his stomping grounds at that barbershop. Carl Kanai, the designer of urban fashion, the original urban fashion designer, Carl Kanai, used to be at that barbershop all the time. That is a fact. I lift my hand to the Most High. That is where Carl Kanai got his big break. We were buying his shirts, and he started hooking all of us up. He always remembered where he came from. You know what I mean? Carl Kanai have always been official. One of the most official in the clothing design business. We saw him when he came up in the streets. For real, in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? All the rappers came through there. All of them. All you saw in front of that barbershop was Lexuses, Mercedes Benz. And you know what I mean? Just all you see is all diamonds and jewelry and all these fancy, man, it was just crazy. You know? I was there till I was about what? 17? Like 17, 18, and then something had happened with the shop. I'm not going to go into all the details about the owner and this and that. It's just a lot of drama went down, you know what I mean? But shout out to those workers, man. Shout out to Levy. I don't know where you at, fam. Trinidadian Levy. Shout out to you, fam. Been a long time, man. I'm a grown man now, bro. Whole family and all, man. See, I'm shouting out Levy because when I was there, I was a teenager. You know, they were grown men. I was a teenager. But shout out to Levy, man. The brother with the locks, the Trinidadian brother. You know? Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to Kurt, another Trinidadian brother. Shout out to you, fam. It is what it is. Shout out to Mike. I ain't forget about you, dog. Jamaican brother. Shout out to him. We had our beef in the barbershop, but nonetheless, we were still family, you know? Shout out to Panama. You know what I'm saying? Panamanian brother. Shout out to him, man. I ain't forget you had a lot of jokes. I had issues with you too, but we were still family. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shout out the boss. I know his name and all, but I'm trying to keep all of that low key because I already didn't know how it is in the streets. I'm trying to make sure I protect people's image and whatnot. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, those particular workers, you know what I'm saying? Those were the guys that pretty much I learned a lot from. You know what I mean? And shout out to Otis, man. Shout out to Otis, fam. Hey, yo, I ain't never forget about you, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe you dudes is watching these videos, man, in 2026. But shout out to Otis. Notice I remembered your name, dog. You were going off to college. You had the dopest Mustang in Brooklyn. His family bought him a Mustang way back in the day. It was a purple and blue and black Mustang, fully modified. The flyest Mustang in Brooklyn, bro. Lit. And I remember he was going off to college, and I end up taking his spot in the barbershop. See, I don't forget where I came from, and I remember all those names because each one of those names I learned something from. You know, I don't forget people. You know, but that shop taught me a lot because back then I had to work in order to provide for myself because it wasn't easy growing up. It wasn't easy at all, man. And when my mom got off drugs, she got herself cleaned up, and then that's when the cancer came around, man. The cancer came around, bro. Messed everything up. It messed everything up, man. Because when they caught it, it was already stage 3, stage 4, somewhere around there, and it was already too late, man. They tried everything, and you know, she tried to take the chemo stuff, lost all her hair. She was literally dead, bro. Like that chemo stuff is just a mess, man. It's like, and see, this is why This is why I'm with my wife right now, because she was there during the dark ages, man. She was there during the darkest hours, man. The darkest time. She was there when my mom was literally my family was planning her funeral way in advance. They gave up on her, but my wife never did. She was always there, praying with her, being there, showing love, and eventually my mom overcame whatever the cancer stuff was, like, and she got really better and started to gain her weight back, and her hair grew, and she lived for a long time, and then it's like it just came back. Sometimes with people with cancer, it looked like it go away and then it comes back and it just takes them out, man. That's what happened. It came back and it took her out, man. So when I look at that, man, at least I know that my mom was saved. At least I know that my mom gave her life to Christ. And I know that she's in the kingdom. I know that she's gonna make it to the kingdom. Unfortunately for NuBreed's mom, she was not saved, y'all. And I know some of y'all may have a problem with me saying that, but I'm just speaking the truth. That came from NuBreed's own mouth. NuBreed made it very clear his mother was not in the scriptures. His mother did not know Christ. She practiced witchcraft according to him. She practiced witchcraft and was not a believer in Jesus Christ. You know? So for him to be putting up posts talking about, oh, there's no more pain, you're not suffering no more. That man never even took the time to get his mother with Christ, man. And that's why you see him doing live streams, because he's not really he don't really have no love for his own mom, man. And that's what's sad, man. To be a man and your mom passed away and you're not showing her no love whatsoever. Why would you be online doing live streams rather than grieving, taking a week off, 2 weeks? Because if you could come online the next day to do a live stream for an hour or two, and your mom just died and you're not feeling nothing inside, it's because you don't love your mom. I know for a fact that NuBreed don't love his mother. I don't think that man ever forgave his mother. He never forgave his mother. And when he made that community post telling you guys that his mother passed away on the 24th, I feel that he only did that to gain the sympathy of the people. Not because he cared about his mom, but because he know it will expand his channel. YouTubers do that all the time, man. Because once your viewers know you lost your mother, they start feeling sorry for you. And the minute you be like, hey guys, I'm gonna be traveling, I'm gonna need travel money, here's my cash app, everybody start donating big money because they're doing it out of emotion. And the whole time, you don't even love your own mother. It's crazy. Yeah, he never resolved the painful issues he had with his mother. I think the man got abused when he was a kid. I think that he got abused. I think something happened to him. He probably got abused by his mom, or maybe he was sexually assaulted or something along those lines, because he talked about this in videos about how um, he never forgave his mom for whatever was done to him. And I'm like, what exactly could be have what could have been done to you that you'll be holding all of this anger on your mom? You know, what could she have done? Did she have another man in the house that abused him? I don't know, but something happened to him. Because a lot of times people's trauma affects them in life and they begin to take it out on everybody, you know? You said what? Would you what? Would you say you learn anything while collaborating with NuBreed? I never collaborated with NuBreed. What are you talking about? I'm a veteran on YouTube. I don't learn anything from NuBreed. NuBreed learns from me. Think you should know that. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I don't learn from YouTubers. YouTubers learn from me. I never collaborated with him. I don't know him. We were never friends. We were associates on YouTube. No different than if you watch a certain YouTuber, all we did is just meet up, hung out, and that's it. Then there was a fallout. That's it. NuBreed learned everything from me. That's a fact. The DMs don't lie. I taught NuBreed a lot. A lot. A heck of a lot. And he took advantage of that kindness. That's why moving forward, I don't want nothing to do with YouTubers. I'm not showing YouTubers nothing. I'm not teaching them nothing. No collaborations, nothing ever. Nothing. Staying away from people in general on YouTube. I don't trust YouTubers. They're some of the worst. If you're a person who want to get into YouTube, I suggest that you never interact with YouTubers. Just do your own content, do your own thing, be about your own business, and just stay to yourself, because on social media, it is a dog eat dog world. None of these content creators care about you. They care about money. You know? You said, I saw you on the land. You saw a lot of people on the land. That doesn't mean anything. You saw NuBreed on the land, right? Is he on the land now? No. Do you see him building a house? No. Do you see all the other people that was on the land? Are you talking about them? No. So what are you focusing on me for? You're in the past. I'm in the future. What's in the past is the past. That's no more. That's no different than if a man was dating a woman. If he was dating a woman in the past, that's the past. He's not with her no more. Why are we focusing on the past? He's no longer with that woman. So it's irrelevant to talk about, right? What I'm trying to figure out is, why is it that this man is not showing no love for his own mother, and she died on the 24th? Why? It don't make sense, guys. It don't make no sense at all, man. A man is supposed to be grieving, you know? You're still trying to rub in this nonsense with this past. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? You it's like you're not listening. It's like you're not, like, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want me to say? Anybody that's dwelling on the past never moves forward, you know? I don't like when people keep forcing stuff and assuming stuff, and they don't even know what's going on. Just because you see somebody around somebody, it doesn't mean they're friends. Most of your enemies are around you 24 hours a day, and you think they're your friends. They're not your friends. There's a lot of people you work around. We see you around them, but that doesn't mean you're friends. I don't got no friends. I don't got not one friend. Do you understand that? People are associates. It's very difficult to have people that are actual friends in 2026, because most people are snakes, and they it's like they don't know how to be a friend, you know? They don't make sense. You would be surprised how many people out here don't have good relationships with their mothers, man. There's a lot of people that hate their mothers, man. They hate their mother, they hate their father, and they never resolve these issues. See, on YouTube, when NuBreed had that land initiative thing, that was a whole damn scam that they were pulling, and they were trying to get a lot of us YouTubers to join in with it. It sounded good in the beginning, you know. A lot of us YouTubers started with something that was good, and we started to support that because we kind of believed in it. And when I initially met NuBreed in person, that's when I realized that okay, these guys are doing this land stuff. It looked like it's good. I was going to invest money into this thing. And then when the fallout happened, that's when I realized that I made the right choice by not investing nothing, because it's like these are not really good people. These are not good people at all, guys. They're not. These are not good people, man. They're very, very wicked. And it's something that you can only understand if you are experiencing these things. I had to experience this to know. A lot of you that are on YouTube, when you see people like NuBreed, you think that that guy is a man of God. He's not. He's not, guys. He's not. It's like a lot of you ladies that you watch Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle. You think that Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle care about you ladies. She don't care about you. She care about money. That's all she care about. Her job is to keep you single so that she can make as much money as she wants. Same thing with NuBreed. He's not a real believer in Jesus Christ. He is what you call a grifter, a person that understands how to grift, how to blend in and attract viewers to believe in lies and manipulate them using sorcery and magic. That's what he do. Remember, his own mother did witchcraft, guys. These are things that many of you don't know. NuBreed's mother practiced witchcraft. You know, so it's only natural for him to do the same thing. He is what is considered a warlock, a man who practiced these type of divinations and evil. And lucky for me, I was able to cut him off in time, because the whole fallout happened over money, where he thought he was supposed to get a certain amount of money for a moving process, and I never made no agreement. And I've proven my case over the years through various videos because people didn't believe my story. He lied to the people, told the people that I promised him money. He made a big deal on social media, guys. A mess. He created a mess over money. Once I learned that somebody is only trying to hang around me for money, I cut them off. I cut them off, man. And that's what I learned with him. He was only focusing on money. And I knew that this guy wasn't cool, man. You know, I knew he wasn't cool, because I'm like, dog, how you gonna just hang around me because you trying to get something from me? Nah, fam, I can't have you around, man. I can't. You know, that man was around my family, and then he betrayed our trust. Imagine you invite somebody to your house and they're around your family, fam, and then you hear them online degrading your wife, degrading your kids, degrading your mother, and you're like, I invited this person in my home. Never again, man. Never again. Never again, fam. Never doing that. Mm-mm. These are the life lessons you learn over time, man. Like, don't invite nobody to your house, man, unless you really, really know them. Because most of the time, when you invite people, they're jealous of you anyway. Even your own family will be jealous of you. Sometimes you invite your family over and they're jealous of you too. You don't want to do that, you know? This man doing live streams and his mom just died, bro. You would think that he would come online and post a video and be like, Hey guys, I'm doing this video for the honor of my mom. Um, this man didn't even talk about his mom, bro. No honor, no respect, no love. Real sick, man. I wish my mom was still here. Just to see what I'm doing right now. If she was still here, she'll be so proud. She was the one that always encouraged me. She was the one that always encouraged me, man, because it's like she always felt that I need encouragement. Because my life is kind of complicated, guys. Like in my life, a lot of times people look at me and they think everything is successful. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know a thing about me, man. My whole life is one big struggle, man. One big struggle. I feel like I'm so behind on life. Like I'm just behind on everything. I feel like everybody's way ahead of me. And there's so much I got to do. That's how it feels for me. I'm not the type of person that try to think I'm better than everybody. I'm just a humble guy. I'm thankful for what I got and whatnot. I just try to do what I got to do to stay out the way. But my mom always knew that I needed encouragement. And sometimes I don't even know how I made it this far. I really don't even know how I did this, man. If you know my full life story, you would be like, how the heck you made it this far? How did you? Only by the grace of God, man. That's the only way I can see it because um based on what I know, I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm not the most educated, even though I'm very smart, very intelligent. But if, if you know my whole story, man, you'll be like, what? Yeah, you just don't know the story, man. Um, I just watched an investigation episode about being careful who you invite in your house. Yeah, you got to be careful with that, man. Be careful who you invite in your house. Um, I don't know who donated $100, but shout out to you who donated $100 support. I don't know if that was an error or what, or you just made a mistake. I don't know. Message is gone. It says retracted, so I don't even know who's who. But I don't know if they made a mistake or what. I don't know. You said a miracle? I don't know who that is. I don't see no name. I don't see any name. Let me see. Oh, it says Miss G Love God. Miss G Love God. So that's Miss G Love God. I see the name now. Because when you look at the comment, it don't show the name. So shout out to Miss G Love God. I don't know if you made a mistake or if you meant to donate $100. I don't know. Because your message retracted. So I don't know. But I appreciate the support, you know. Maybe you could post your message. I don't know if you made a mistake and deleted it or what. That little sign you see, where is it? Can I do that? Right here. That glowing sign. You know how when your child or whatever graduate high school or whatever the case is, and they get that it's like a graduation thing. I had designed the 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 panel thing that they gave from the school. I created a whole frame and put LED lights and really made it look really, really nice and have it outside. So like anybody that drive by Anybody that come by, they see that, oh, there's a graduate in this house, you know? It's raining right now. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. People got mad at me because I made these videos. They said that I'm insensitive. And I'm trying to figure out, how am I insensitive for talking about something that interests the people? People want to know. Why is it that a man would disrespect another man's mother, and then when he loses his mother and the person he disrespected speaks on what he did, how could you be mad at that person? That don't even make sense. I didn't do nothing to his mom. I never disrespected his mom. Up to this day, nobody heard me say anything about that man mom that's disrespectful. I don't do that kind of stuff, guys. I'm not cut from that cloth. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of honor. I respect women and I respect mothers. But I also speak the truth, you know? Let me see. Oh, okay. I see your comment. Thanks for the support at Miss G Loves God. Okay. And shout out to Forever Studios, Show Shao. Who else we got? Um, oh, you did it twice. That's what happened. Okay. Says, let me read that comment. I didn't even see the other comment above. Hold on. Says, like mother, like son, they both do witchcraft. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand about NuBreed, is that he also practiced witchcraft. But they don't believe me, guys. They really don't believe me when I say this. He really do practice witchcraft. He really do. Rain is coming down a little bit more. You could hear it. And they won't even hold him accountable, man. They won't even say, well, damn, you disrespected this man's mother. You know that stuff is not cool. You know it's painful. But now he lost his mom. But the thing is, you would think that he's really going through something. I don't believe that NuBreed is feeling anything with the loss of his mother, because he don't love her. So he's really not feeling anything. That is what the viewers have to understand. He's not feeling anything because he don't love his mother. Have you ever met somebody that don't love their parents? They don't even care. He don't love his mother. He don't. Because there's no signs of that love. When you love, you cry, you mourn, you disappear. That man was on live doing content, and your mom just died yesterday. Like, come on, man, that's crazy, man. You shouldn't even be on YouTube. You're supposed to be on a, go on a hiatus somewhere and just kind of be to yourself. When I'm in the house, man, there be days I just be in the house chilling, and I just start thinking about my mom and just start shedding some tears, man. Because it's almost like, when I'm thinking about her, I'm thinking about how far I made it in life, and I'm still here. And it's like, I don't even know what the future gonna be. That's why I said I don't even know why I'm still here. My life is complicated. It may a lot of y'all that's on the outside, you see when I'm out and about, you see this, you see that, and you probably have all these opinions of what and what, but you really don't know a person till you get to know a person. and walk in their shoes and see what they deal with. Just like some of you out there, you're surviving and you don't even know how is it that you're still surviving. All you know is that you get up every morning, you go to work, you deal with the BS, you come home, repeat, and you just pray for the strength to keep going, you know? It's like you have hope for the future, you're optimistic, you look forward to stuff, but to know how to get there, I don't even know. I don't even know how to get there. I really don't. I just do what I could do and hopefully it works, you know? Just like some of you when you go to work, those of you that got kids, those of you that got a family, that's what keeps you going, man. Believe it or not, your family keeps you going. Because when I was on a 9 to 5, um, the job, it really kept me going. It's something about your job. It'll keep you grounded, keep you going, and it really does something to you where you feel like you're on a mission and you have to fulfill your call. And no matter how rough the day is, you still get it done because you know you are in a call where you have to stay on point. It's difficult to explain how life is, man. Like this whole life is one big mystery, man. You brought nothing in the world. You will take nothing out with you. Your car, your nice car is going to be left behind when you pass on. Somebody else is going to drive it. Someone else is going to take all your clothes, all your shoes, your jewelry, whatever you got. Somebody's going to take it. Somebody's going to be fighting over it. You know, you have to honor your mother, man. Honor your father. You have to honor them. Those of you who still got your parents, you got to show love, man. It may sound kind of cliche, but if your parents are still alive right now, you need to go check them out. You need to fix whatever you got going, whatever issue you got. You got to fix that mess. Go visit, bring some flowers for your mom, you know. Go watch the game with your dad, get a drink, chill with your pops, and just do what you got to do, man. Cuz when it's all over with, bro, it's going to mess you up. And that's how I know that NuBreed don't love his own mother, man. Because my mother been gone since 2019 and I still feel for my mom. So how could this man's mom just died just the other day? And he got time to do YouTube videos telling people to hit the like button. Fuck the like button. Your mom just died. You worried about a like button? It's crazy, man. Do your wife still have her mom? Yes. She still have her mom and her dad. She still have her mom and her dad. They up there in their age, man. They up there in the 80s, you know. They up there in their age, you know. And the thing about my wife, she takes care of her father. I see her do that, man. Her father's in his age, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail. It's kind of like a long story, but she definitely showed her father a lot of love, a lot of love, a lot of love, man. I see it, you know. She do. She show a lot of love. You know, she always checking in on him, always making sure that he good. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. Um, but that's about it, I guess, right? I guess I could sign out. We've been on now 86 minutes, an hour and change, an hour and what, 20, 30? Go get me something to eat and chill out. Just wanted to talk about these issues. Very important issues. I don't believe that NuBreed deserve any sort of condolences from anybody. I don't believe that. Not after disrespecting my mother. He don't deserve nothing, man. Nobody should be giving him condolences or feeling sorry. People should be reminding him of what he did so that he can repent and get himself together. But never disrespects someone's dead mother or dead father. Never do that. And then try to come online like you're going through a hard time because you lost your parents. There's a lot of people that lost their parents on my platform. I made tributes for them. I made posts for them. I did a lot. I did the best that I could for a lot of people that lost their loved ones. You know, I can't do everything for everybody. You know, I'm busy, but I try to do my best for other people when they're going through. So it's just very disappointing how social media ignore what NuBreed did, and nobody's holding him accountable. Up to now, nobody has hold that man accountable for what he did. I'm the one who make these videos to hold him accountable. You know? So I'm gonna get up on out of here, guys. Shout out to, is that Baker Boy 1000. Shout out to you for the $50 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Shout out to all the new viewers, new supporters that rock with the platform. I appreciate you folks pulling up. You know what I mean? Um, it's encouraging. It's very encouraging. Very, very encouraging. That's why I try to reciprocate that energy with other people. When people encourage me, I try to encourage other people. It may not be you I encourage, but I'm going to encourage somebody because I want someone else to get that encouragement too. You know, because a lot of people need encouragement, not just me. It's a lot of people that need encouragement. I find that I do a lot for people. I put a lot out there, a lot, a lot, a lot. And when I get encouragement, I give it back to those that actually need it. A lot of people need that extra push to get them through, you know? But I'm gonna go get some work done around the house, and I'll have more content later today. And it is what it is. I'm gonna get to work, do what I gotta do. Like I said, it's raining out right now, which is actually a good thing. It's actually good that it's raining. Somebody say your sign is getting wet. Fam, I'm a professional. That sign that I designed, I put plexiglass. I built a whole frame. The whole thing is inside of a plexiglass enclosure that is completely waterproof, water sealed, watertight. I don't care if it's pouring outside, them lights are going to still be on. And it's only being powered by 5 volts. So it's not even drawing no power, you know? But yeah, man. Those of you that rock with that other dude, shame on you for not holding him accountable for what he did. Shame on you. Because you have ample time to tell him about himself. And you won't. Instead, you tell me that I'm bitter and I'm just angry. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be happy? I'm supposed to be happy about that? No. Mm-mm. So you guys, man, y'all have a blessed one. If you're on the road, drive safe. Shout out to all the truckers out there on the road. Be safe. Everybody that's out there doing what you got to do. And it is what it is. Um, I'll have more content later on today. And do what I got to do. No update on the Ashley Robinson case. Bam, I just finished doing a live stream. You're asking about an Ashley Janae update? I'm out, guys. Peace.